has tamed the best offense in baseball. Now the Red Sox have lost 3 in a row. Remiro Mendoza is starting to catch fire, giving up just 1 run in his last 10 innings of work. Tonight he'll battle Cory, who's lost 4 in a row. Live from Fenway Park, NESN presents Boston Red Sox baseball. Tonight, the Red Sox take on the Toronto Blue Jays. Hi, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, as always, joined by Jerry Remy. The Red Sox looking for their first win of the series and looking for their offense again.
Yeah, it's been strange. 3 games, the Red Sox have been quiet. We certainly didn't expect this from the Red Sox offense. When you look back at last night, Don, not quite as bad as it looked. They did hit a lot of balls high. There's some pretty good defensive plays. Maybe they can break out tonight against Cory, who's lost 4 straight games.
Tonight on the mound for the Red Sox, it'll be Remiro Mendoza. We've got it for you next, right here on NESN.
Here.
You sold my wife a Caravan yesterday.
It is the summer sales drive.
With low financing and the warranty?
Yeah.
Can I get the same on a Hemi Ram?
Now get 0% financing for 60 months or a $2,500 cash allowance on our best products like Dodge Ram 1500. Plus, get our 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Let us prove we got the best values in America. See your Dodge dealer today.
Society says that your mind isn't hungry enough. They say your arms aren't strong enough. But you are going to prove to them that you can handle the really big stories. The stories that unfold. All right, now show them your strength. Yeah. Woo! Strong minds, strong bodies.
The Boston Globe, your world unfolding daily.
And turn, and folds, and turn.
Kapler is 2 for 2 in his Red Sox debut. In the air to center field, Gabe Kapler has gone deep, back and up off the wall in center field. Kapler goes to third, an RBI triple, and welcome to Boston, Gabe Kapler. He's driven in the go-ahead run, and the Red Sox lead it 3-2.
And what a night to be back in the big leagues.
Welcome to the Jeep Summer Sales Drive.
You have a great warranty, right?
A 770 powertrain limited warranty.
So if I drive from Mount McKinley to the Keys, then back to Yosemite...
You'll still have 61,339 miles left. Have you ever been to Pikes Peak?
How far will you go? During the Jeep Summer Sales Drive, very well-qualified buyers can get into a Grand Cherokee for $299 a month with a $999 down payment. Plus, every vehicle comes with our 770 powertrain limited warranty. Hurry to your Jeep dealer today.
There's a new team in town.
They're all about speed, consistency, and communication. They cover all the bases.
And they have the power to bring it all home.
Comcast, they're your cable company, and they work hard to earn it every day.
Comcast is New England's cable service provider, the new team in town.
Bringing it all home to you.
Boston Red Sox baseball at NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by your Boston area Lexus dealers, by Citizens Bank, and by Dunkin' Donuts. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway Park on a beautiful evening for baseball. The Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays ready for Game 3 of this 4-game series. The Red Sox trying to pick up their first win of the unofficial second half, and they have been beaten twice by the Toronto Blue Jays in this 4-game series. The Red Sox, who really have never been quieted from an offensive standpoint all season long, have been very quiet. First, the final game of the first half against the Tigers, and now the first 2 here against the Toronto Blue Jays. Tonight they'll go up against Cory, who has lost 4 games in a row. There are really no major changes in the Red Sox lineup, but as Jerry, you pointed out in the pregame show, I guess this really isn't an extended slump. It's just a few games, and they have faced some very good pitching.
Yeah, they have faced some good pitching, and also they've had some pretty good defensive plays made against them. It's unusual at this stage, and we're talking about the lack of offense. It's something we haven't had to do all season long. They still remain #1 in the league with a .293 average. They've scored the most runs in the league, so I would call it attempt temporary slowdown. We'll see what happens tonight.
Well, the Yankees have won today 7-4, so the Red Sox begin the day a total of 4.5 back. Lineups brought to you by Dodge. As we take a look at the Toronto lineup, Reed Johnson leads it off in right field. Howie Clark's the DH. Vernon Wells in center field. Carlos Delgado at first base. Bobby Kilty in left. It is Tom Wilson doing the catching with Eric Hensky at third base. The switch hitting second baseman Orlando Hudson, and the number 9 hitters Mike Bordick at shortstop.
Let's take a look at the Red Sox defense, brought to you by a Boston area Lexus dealers. It'll be Bill Miller at third base, Nomar the shortstop, Todd Walker at second, and Kevin Millar at first. Left to right, Manny Ramirez, Johnny Damon, and Trot Nixon. Jason Veritek behind the plate, and on the mound, Remiro Mendoza. 2 starts for Mendoza, and as a starting pitcher, a 0.90 ERA. He's only given up 1 earned run, and that was in his last start against the Blue Jays up at Sky Dome. 5 innings in that game, 5 hits, 1 run allowed, and did have 4 strikeouts. In his career against Toronto, 4-6.
And the umpiring crew, Paul Schreiber as the plate calling the balls and strikes tonight. Angel Hernandez at first base, Randy Marsh at second, and Kevin Kelly, the umpire, at third.
Let's check tonight's game notes, brought to you by New England Toyota dealers. The Red Sox with a .328 home average. That's first in the American League over the last 2 games. Only .235 with 3 runs scored. Mendoza, 2-0 record as a starter. The 0.90 ERA. And all time against the Blue Jays, the Red Sox lead the series 199-154.
We're available. Tonight's broadcast can be heard in Spanish by using the SAP function on your TV set.
Buenas noches, amigos. Disfruten el juego.
Well, a beautiful night for baseball tonight at Fenway Park. The lights are on. Blue skies above. Last rays of sunshine can be seen out there on the triangle in right center field, but that's about it. Everything else in the shade. And the first pitch of the night from Ramiro Mendoza is in there for a strike. The rookie Reed Johnson leading it off, hitting at .310, 6 homers. Chops it left side, deep at shortstop. Nomar off balance, a good throw. One hopped it in time. This play on the other end by Kevin Millar to dig it out.
Well, we're going to have an argument here right off the bat. Carlos Tasker out of that dugout quickly for the Toronto Blue Jays, as there is some disagreement on that call at first base by Angel Hernandez.
Angel greeting him with a smile as Carlos Tasker arrived.
Now, Angel's got a lot of time to think about what he's going to say, because it takes a long time to get from that third base dugout out to first base. Garciaparra going to the backhand deep in the hole, the off balance throw, and we'll take another look. Very close play at first base. Looked like Reed Johnson tripped too after he got by first base.
Number 6, Bobby Clark.
Well, you know, Tasker may have had a point there.
Yeah. But the Red Sox will take it. Long throw from Garciaparra from shortstop, and Reed Johnson is erased. Here's Howie Clark, who's the DH tonight. Clark, no homers, 5 runs batted in, and a .400 batting average. He's seen limited time. This is just his 24th game of the year at the Toronto Blue Jays. Again, the deep short. Nomar this time off balance, throws off the mark, but Millar off the bag to apply the tag for out number 2.
Well, I think right now what the Blue Jays would be saying in the dugout is, let's try somebody else, or let's make him make some other type of play. We know he can make that one. Almost the identical play there by Garciaparra, but this time it brings Millar into the runner at first base. Had to tag him to get the out.
So on 4 pitches, Ramiro Mendoza has the first 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. And here's Vernon Wells.
You know, Don, it's a good example, though, what sinker ball pitches have to live with. Now, he's got 2 ground ball outs, but both have been very difficult plays for the shortstop. And just as easily, they could have been 2 base hits.
Certain degree of luck involved.
That's right. Throwing ground balls, but they've got to be at somebody.
We've seen the problems that Derek Lowe has had this season on the AstroTurf surfaces. And Minnesota and at Sky Dome. This will just miss. Veritek tried to bring it back, but it's now 3-0 to Vernon Wells.
Vernon Wells had last night off, and that is very rare. His first off night of the entire season.
There's a strike. 3-1. Well, Remiro Mendoza making his third start for the Red Sox here tonight. First two successful ventures, one 10-2 against the Yankees, and last time out 7-1 at Sky Dome in Toronto. 3-1 again, grounded to Nomar. Another tough play. Nomar off balance and in plenty of time. Quite an inning from Nomar Garciaparra and Millar at first, for that matter. Toronto gets nothing. Red Sox coming up.
These everyday low fares to your favorite vacation destinations start at just $49.
You are now free to move about the country.
Behind him is a 400-square-foot deluxe bachelor with a partial view. In front of him is a junior executive semi-private with no view. But right now, life is perfect. On the open road, in complete control of an Acura RSX. One of Car and Driver's 10 best.
Fill your glasses for a toast.
Champagne?
Good move. A quality beer drinker doesn't compromise a Samuel Adams lager. Always a good decision.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park as we head to the bottom of the first inning. The Blue Jays unable to score in the first. Some great defense from Nomar Garciaparra, combined with some good plays at first base by Millar on some of the throws. And the Blue Jays go 1-2-3 in the first inning. Johnny Damon leading it off here in the bottom of the first. He takes the 0-1 for a ball one. It was 7 home runs, 41 runs driven in the .259 batting average. Over the last 6 games, Johnny has picked it up a notch, 10 for his last 24 at .417. For 4 last night, but easily could have had a few hits as he fouls it off, evening it up at 2-2.
Cory Lidle's trying to stop a 4-game losing streak. Lost games against Baltimore, Detroit, Baltimore again, and the last time out against the Red Sox. To see the numbers overall, 10-8 on the season. He is 1-1 this year against Boston, but with a 9.82 ERA.
It's 2-2 to Damon, who was sent foul over by the on-deck circle where Todd Walker is waiting. Cory Lidle's now 31 years of age, the starting pitcher tonight for the Toronto Blue Jays. Born in Hollywood, California, resides in Las Vegas, Nevada during the offseason. Originally signed by the Minnesota Twins as a non-drafted free agent back in 1990. Never saw time in the major leagues with the Twins. Was in the big leagues first with the New York Mets. 97 in Tampa Bay. Couple years, and then the Oakland A's before coming here to Toronto. He's given up a mess of runs. He is the league leader in earned runs allowed coming into tonight's action. Damon strikes out for the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at the Red Sox starting lineup brought to you by Dodge. We've seen Damon. Todd Walker bat second at second base. Garcia Parra at short. Ramirez in left. David Ortiz the DH. Kevin Millar at first base. Trot Nixon at right. Bill Miller at third. And Jason Varitek does the catching. One away for Todd Walker.
Red Sox tonight will see from Lidle the fastball, the curveball what he struck Damon out on, a straight change, and also a split-fingered fastball. Not particularly in that order, but they will see those pitches somewhere along the line, Don.
That'd be great if you could predict the sequence in which we would see them. That would make you...
He wouldn't last very long as a pitcher, I don't think.
He has given up 83 earned runs. The leader in that department. Walker lifts it to left. Bobby Kilty just shy of the warning track there for out number 2.
Let's look at the Blue Jay defense, brought to you by your Boston area Lexus dealers. Eric Hinsky's at third base. Mike Bordick at shortstop. Orlando Hudson at second, and Carlos Delgado at first. Left to right, Bobby Kilty, Vernon Wells, and Reed Johnson. Tom Wilson doing the catching for Cory Lidle.
So a strikeout and a flyout. That takes us to Nomar Garcia Parra. Some great defense in the top half of this inning from Nomar. It's a .320, 13 homers, and 60 runs batted in.
Now, one thing we do know, Nomar's loose after making those 3 defensive plays in the top of the first.
Lidle jumping ahead 0-2. Lidle last year was 8-10 in his final season with the Oakland A's. The best year he's had in the majors was the season before, 2001. He won 13 games for the A's and was 13-6 back in 2001 with Oakland. Into Toronto exchange for Michael Roos and Christopher Moday November 16th for the offseason after spending his 2 previous seasons with the Oakland A's. The 0-2 in the dirt, and it's now 1-2 to Garcia Parra.
Cory Lidle's also given up a ton of hits, 146. That's third most in the league behind Roy Halladay, his teammate, and Mark Burley of Chicago. And you mentioned, Don, earlier the 83 earned runs, the most in the American League.
Well, he's lost 4 straight decisions now for Toronto and got to that 10-win mark pretty quickly, but now is 10-8 on the season. As he comes into tonight's action, the last victory for him was on the 20th of June as he beat Montreal at Montreal 8-4. Full count to Garcia Parra, 2 down, nobody on. Omar sends it foul outside at third, and we'll do it again with a full count.
Oh, an absolutely beautiful night here at Fenway Park. Very comfortable conditions for the players, for the fans. Looks like the humidity's dropped some since earlier in the day.
Did you happen to notice what the temperature was on our weather center?
You know what? I didn't check it on the way down. I'll have to go up between innings.
Line into left field, a base hit. So Garcia Parra takes a 3-2 pitch into left field for a 2-out single, and the Red Sox have their first base runner of the night.
Well, Nomar started to heat it up again. He was 2 for 4 last night. Picks up this base hit on the fastball on the 3-2 count. Nomar with that .320 average coming into the game, 6th in the American League. Kind of a drought right before the All-Star break. Had a big game on the final game before the All-Star break, and has kind of continued it here at home.
74 degrees here tonight at Fenway Park, 64% humidity.
Yeah, now that's lower than last night here at the ballpark. Yes.
check on Nomar is back in plenty of time.
And I'll bet you by the time this game is over, that humidity will be lower than what it is right now. But the key thing is the dew point. You got to check the dew point.
Because I don't know what dew point does or is, I rarely check it on that. I really don't know.
It really makes you, you know, how uncomfortable you feel. It's really the dew point.
Swing and a miss. Ruled on that pitch was Ramirez.
Now, see, last night we had 80% humidity down here at the ballpark, 61 dew point.
How do you determine the dew point? Do you know
up on the, it's on the computer. You don't know how you determine it. It's up on the computer.
I still want to know what the accordion thing is there down on the right.
That might be the dew point thing.
The 0-1 to Ramirez. He does a chase. Evens up at 1-1. Well, we don't need our weather center to determine that it is a great night here tonight at Fenway Park.
And we don't need it to determine that the Red Sox need to score some runs tonight. The Yankees have won their game already, 7-4 over Cleveland. Red Sox need a win here tonight.
Red Sox 4.5 games back to begin the evening with that Yankee victory today, 7-4. Nomar bluffs, Manny swings, grounds it to shortstop. Bordick will go the easy way to second, and that will wrap up the inning. Red Sox leave a man. We played one, no score from Fenway.
Owners or smart lease lessees can lease a new 2003 Cadillac DeVille for about $469 a month. See dealer for residency restrictions.
No matter where you are, T-Mobile gives you 1,000 whenever minutes coast to coast. Just $39.99.
Get more.
There are ordinary disposable razors, but now there's new Sensor 3 from Gillette. Totally new handle, 3 blades, on springs that adjust to your face. No disposable shaves better. It could be the best disposable you ever threw away. New Gillette Sensor 3.
I have spent a weekend in Vegas without a hotel room.
I have driven 150 miles
for 3 rolled tacos.
I've given a toast at a wedding
that I wasn't even invited to.
I have French kissed a French woman.
I have called shotgun
11 hours before a road trip.
I've eaten condiments as a meal.
I have dated Carmen Electra's cousins, friends, sister.
Make any kid's room a classic.
That's nice.
Watch New England.
It has the legendary smooth sportsman ride, the world-renowned Polaris independent rear suspension, and the biggest engine ever lowered into a 4x4. The Sportsman 700 Twin, named ATV of the Year by ATV Magazine. It's the smoothest riding, most powerful 4x4 you can buy.
For all of your Polaris needs, it's Chase Toys in Unity.
Hi, I'm Steve Schumann. Thank you for making Charlie's Maine's #1 new car and truck dealer.
Charlie's Subaru in Augusta with our brand new facility, a state-of-the-art service department with factory-trained technicians and a comfortable waiting area, has the best selection of new and used Subarus in Maine. With 16 years of experience selling Subarus, Charlie has over 300 Subarus in stock at the best prices. When you purchase a Subaru from Charlie's, you receive the highest trade-in allowances, free car washes, 0% financing, and friendly help from our sales staff.
Come see why over 6,000 customers a year buy cars and trucks at our dealerships.
You're watching Sox In 2, the rebroadcast of Saturday's Red Sox game here on Nesson. We now pick up the action later in the game.
back at Fenway. Remiro Mendoza has enjoyed his first 2 innings of work tonight as he's retired everybody that he's faced through the first 2, and he struck out Tom Wilson to end things in the top of the 2nd inning. It's on to the bottom of the 2nd. David Ortiz, Kevin Millar, and Trot Nixon face Cory Lidle. And Ortiz taking strike 1. Since April 27th, David Ortiz has hit at a .326 clip. At the time, he had been hitting at .188. It was a very tough beginning to the year for David Ortiz, but he's enjoyed the season ever since. And he's done well against Cory Lidle in his career as well. 5 for 15 with a home run.
You know, Don, players do a lot of different things when they get into slumps to try to change their luck, and certainly Wally tonight is trying to do something to change their luck. He's going to watch this game upside down tonight.
The blood is going to rush to his head. I noticed he was doing that earlier, and I'm a little concerned about Walter.
He had the helmet on the last couple of nights, and that didn't seem to work. So tonight he's going to try to watch it upside down, see if it changes the Red Sox luck.
They'll have to wait and see, but this is chopped towards Hudson at second base. He'll throw out Ortiz. 1 away. Red Sox baseball is brought to you by your New England Toyota dealers, by Bob Stores, by Coors Light, by Volvo, and by Foxwoods. Kevin Millar, the Red Sox first baseman, hitting it a ton to left. Can it stay fair? And no. Yes, it's gone. Wrapped its way around the pole, apparently. Kevin Kelly, the umpire, out there to make the indication. Millar will take it, so will the Red Sox, and they lead it 1-0.
Kevin Millar once again all over that fastball by Cory Lidle. Right down the line. I couldn't tell, Don, if this ball hit the pole. Wow. Yeah. Did it hit the pole?
Looked like it hit the pole on that look.
And hit the foul side of that pole.
Millar's 15th home run of the year, and the Red Sox lead it 1-0. Nixon pops it up off third. That'll get back and out of play.
Hey, one thing, it didn't take long for that line drive to get out of Fenway Park. Probably any other ballpark, too, it would have gone foul. It's only 310 down the line, and it just barely stayed fair by hitting that foul pole.
Down and into Nixon. 1-1 the count. Trot has 14 home runs of his own, 52 RBIs, and hits at .318. In the 9 for the Red Sox, starting with averages up over 300. And Nixon is one of them. Hits it to center field. Vernon Wells moves over, and the Toronto center fielder is there for out number 2.
Well, game time is Miller time at Fenway and on Nesson. Stop by a participating Fenway area retailer before game time. You can win free tickets to the game and end up on Nesson in the game time is Miller time Fenway seats.
Two down for Bill Miller, the Red Sox third baseman. We're at .334, 8 homers and 39 runs batted in. Bill is third in the American League to begin the day with his batting average. Ichiro on top of that list at .352, and then Melvin Mora .346.
I didn't notice it, but we did have some winners down there tonight. The game time is Miller time contest.
You didn't circle them, did you?
These guys here, yeah, right here in the white shirts with the hats turned backwards. They are winners.
3-0 to Millar. He is taking for a strike. 3-1. Bottom of the Red Sox order waiting on deck. Jason Varitek, number 9 hitter. The 3-1 to Millar. Sliced foul back into the seats. Look out. Back on the left side. Well, Cory Lidle giving up the home run to Kevin Millar that hit the back side of that foul pole down the left field line. Giving up the game's first run. He's given up 2 hits so far through an inning and 2/3. Miller swinging and lifting it to shallow right center field. Vernon Wells is there, and that'll do the inning. Home run by Kevin Millar as the Red Sox on top 1-0.
Luxury sedan in initial quality by J.D. Power and Associates. And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, now it comes with a very special lease. See your Boston area Lexus dealer.
I bank at Citizens Bank because their money market account has done 50% better than most money market mutual funds during the past 2 years. 50% better. I mean, that's really incredible. That's a lot. I feel safe having my money there. Plus, there's a branch right next to Ben & Jerry's.
The adult male dung beetle.
The only thing biting here are the flies, Bob.
Miles away from other light beers. Corona Light.
Yeah, I got it. Honey, I got it.
There's a new neighborhood service.
What does she think I am, an idiot?
It's Applebee's to go.
Ruth!
Get anything from our famous house sirloin to our oriental chicken salad.
Ruth!
It's not fast food.
Ruth!
It's Applebee's food fast. All you gotta do is get it home. You got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Eating good in the neighborhood.
Back at Fenway. And it is a 1-0 Red Sox on top. Is that something about Wally's sister?
Said they found Wally's sister. That would certainly be news to Wally. He didn't think he had any relatives.
This is amazing. One of those reunion shows, you know, like Maury Povich, bring them back together and bring Wally out to the monster seats to meet his sister for the first time.
Exactly. It might be next time in Chicago, maybe Oprah will do something on it. No, Wally doesn't like Oprah.
Chop towards Walker at second, charging, flips backhanded, and in time to get Hinsky one away.
Well, Nesson's new weekly half-hour show, Red Sox Rewind, premieres this Sunday. Red Sox Rewind gets you caught up on all the news of the past week, both on and off the field. Catch Red Sox Rewind, touching all the bases, Sundays at 12 noon, and again right after the game following extra innings. Also Monday at 5 p.m. Eric Freed is the host of Red Sox Rewind.
One down, 7 in a row, retired by Remiro Mendoza. So now what is on Rewind, the new Nesson show, exactly?
I'm sure you get all the highlights of the weeks past, Red Sox news, maybe some interviews. That's great. You know, stuff that you wouldn't normally get day in and day out. You're going to be able to rewind the whole week, and if you missed it, you're going to get it on Red Sox Rewind.
That's great this time of year. A lot of people on vacation.
That's right.
And away can come back and find out what happened during the entire week while they were away.
And it's only on Nesson.
The 0-2 will miss. 1-2 to Orlando Hudson, who is the switch hitting shortstop, elects to bat from the left side against the right-hander Remiro Mendoza. close, but inside. 2-2. With 5 ground ball outs so far. A strikeout and a line out by Bobby Kilty. This is sharply hit out of the reach of Kevin Millar. Down towards the corner. Nixon moves over to cut it off. Hudson throwing it into another gear, stinking 3. Walker's throw will be late and into third base goes Orlando Hudson with 1 out in the inning.
Well, Mendoza almost had him struck out on the pitch before. He gets another chance, and Hudson drives it right down that right field line. Boy, he was really picking him up and putting him down as he was heading down into third base. Millar with a nice effort to dive. It gets by him and all the way down to the corner. By the time Nixon can track it out, Orlando Hudson thinking 3 bases. That is his 5th triple of the season.
And the first hit of the night for the Blue Jays as Hudson stands at third with 1 down. The Red Sox will bring that infield in all the way around as Mike Bordick stands in, sends it to short. Nomar looks the runner back and throws out Bordick. Good play by Garcia Parra. And Bordick is gone on 1 pitch.
That's interesting, Don. You don't normally see the Red Sox bring the infield in this early in the game, but as we've highlighted, they have struggled 3 games offensively. So Grady Little trying to cut down as many runs as possible, and it pays off. I like that strategy. I don't like to give away free runs. The other thing, too, is when you're working toward the bottom of the lineup, you're more apt to bring the lineup in, the infield in like that than, say, if you're dealing with the 3 or 4 hitter in the lineup.
2 down. Hudson still at third, and here's Reed Johnson, the rookie. A .309 batting average, leading all American League rookies. I heard a great deal about him. You hear a lot about Baldelli, of course, Matsui in his first season. Chopped up over. Bill Miller at third down the line. This will tie the game. Hudson comes in from third with the run. The throw to second base is in time. The run will count as Hudson scores from third. But out at second base is Reed Johnson trying to make it a double. We're tied at 1.
Any way you want it, the way you need it, any way you want it.
Ford authorized clearance is the time to get the best deals on built Ford tough trucks. F-Series has been the #1 selling truck in America for 26 years running. Ford Super Duty has more pulling power than any truck on the planet. And F-150 was named the highest ranked full-size pickup in initial quality by J.D. Power. Get your F-150 or Super Duty with 0 financing or up to $3,000 cash back at Ford authorized clearance. Get to your New England Ford dealer now.
This little printer gives you professional-looking labels faster and easier than ever. The Dymo Label Writer sets up and prints the labels you need in seconds from PC or Mac. It's simple. Just highlight and click. Label Writer prints perfect address labels for envelopes and packages, plus binders, Pendaflex files, name badges, CDs, everything. Even internet postage. Dymo Label Writer. No wasted sheet labels, no costly ink or toner, no problems. Visit Dymo.com or your dealer for perfect labels, fast and easy.
Well, that about wraps it up. Any questions? You've been awfully quiet, Bob. Bob?
Thirsty for a cold drink? Try the one-of-a-kind taste of Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee.
Bob?
The secret's out. Stop by Dunkin' Donuts and try an iced coffee combo with one of our sweet, moist scones, including new cinnamon apple. Just the thing.
Seems like everybody's got a to-do list. Just get your priorities in order. First things first, the 2003 Honda Clearance. It only happens once a year, and it's gone before you know it. Now lease a 2003 Civic LX sedan for $159 a month for 48 months. Life can wait. First things first.
We can't reverse.
At Mall Side Discount, there are so many tools and tops to choose from, you won't know where to start. Tools for the do-it-yourself or tools for industrial use. Tools for the most demanding jobs, all at Mall Side's deep discount prices. The walls are filled with hand tools and accessories like Black & Decker saw blades, drill bits, and router bits. Mall Side Discount also has the area's best selection of tarps in sizes from 5x7 to 50x100. In Newport, Trailside Discount Outlet on Moosehead Trail next to Subway has the same great selection. For quality tools, tops, and ropes at deep discount prices, Mall Side Discount Outlet in Bangor and Trailside Discount Outlet in Newport.
Down East Toyota, the exclusive home of Logan the service dog, and we're also Maine's #1 selling Toyota dealer, both new and used. With over 500 import and domestic vehicles in stock, we have a car, truck, SUV, or van for everyone, and we will beat any advertised price on a new Toyota in Maine. For quality, selection, and service, and the lowest price, Down East Toyota, across from the new Super Walmart on Wilson Street in Brewer. Call us at 1-800-TOYOTAS. Take Logan's advice, check anywhere you wish first, but check us last. Right, Logan?
You're watching Sox In 2, the rebroadcast of Saturday's Red Sox game here on Nesson. We now pick up the action later in the game.
Back at Fenway, the Red Sox on top 2-1. Remiro Mendoza working here into the 6th inning. There's a narrow lead here at 2-1. He's retired 4 Blue Jays in a row coming in this inning, and has retired the Blue Jays in 3 innings in order. The first, the second, and last inning. He's now thrown 65 pitches in his outing tonight as he works with the 2-0 pitch that is grounded foul.
Well, the big play obviously so far from Mendoza, the 5-2-3 double play to end the 4th inning with the bases loaded. Started by Bill Millar to Veritek to Millar to get the double play and out of trouble.
Once at it, offered, and it evens up now at 2-2.
Pretty good idea there by Reed Johnson. He had Bill Millar behind that third base bag, just couldn't make contact on the bunt.
Johnson's moved into the leadoff spot since the trade of Shannon Stewart. The rookie for the Blue Jays was batting in the number 7 spot when the Red Sox were in Toronto. As it's fouled off the right side. Well, the line tonight on Cory Lidle went 4 2/3 innings, giving up 4 hits, 2 runs. He walked 4, 2 of which were intentional walks. Struck out 3 and gave up the home run to Millar. And he leaves on the hook with the Red Sox on top 2-1. Breaking ball in there for strike 3. Third strikeout of the night for Mendoza.
Stay tuned after the game for WB Mason's Extra Innings Red Sox post-game show with extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis, hosted by Bob Rogers and a new lineup of studio analysts. After the last inning, the action is just beginning.
You noticed earlier when we squeezed back, I think Alan Embry is joining them tonight. The studio after the game.
You may be making your debut tonight on Extra Innings.
Oh, really? That would be fun. Have you made that decision yet as to whether it's
I don't make those decisions. But you are now going to become part of that Extra Innings package.
Much looking forward to that. I don't think I've been on Extra Innings, but Alan Embry will be on Extra Innings after the ball game. Bob and Jim Rice. The count to Howie Clark. He's the DH tonight for the Blue Jays. Grounds it on 2 hops to first. Millar will flip to the covering Remiro Mendoza. 2 down.
Well, keep cool as the summer heats up. Sports your summer threads. Get your Major League Baseball authentic cap, jerseys, t-shirts, and more at RedSox.com. The RedSox.com shop for all things baseball.
Two down, 6 in a row. Retired by Remiro Mendoza. There's Vernon Wells stands in on the right side. Wells is grounded out and walked so far tonight. The Toronto center fielder. But after that first pitch with a big cut. Red Sox looking for their first win since the All-Star break. And really need a win here tonight. The Yankees won today already. New York beating Cleveland today 7-4. So the Red Sox begin the night 4.5 games back of the Yankees. Now Mendoza's 1-1. On and missed. 1-2.
His curveball tonight has been excellent. You saw him buckle the knees earlier this inning against Reed Johnson. A very good curveball hit of Vernon Wells.
Mendoza with 3 strikeouts tonight. Grounded down the third base line. A foul ball. As Bill Miller grabs it down there, but a foul ball indicated by Kevin Kelly, the third base umpire.
You look at the run that they scored, the Blue Jays. It was on that high bounce that hit right in front of home plate, went over the head of Bill Miller at third base. A 2-out base hit by Reed Johnson. That's been it as far as runs go for Toronto.
There's John Wasden on the left there. He'll be making the start here tomorrow. One and 2 to Vernon Wells. Carlos Delgado waits on deck. There are 2 outs in the inning. And just off the outside edge, frame by Varitek. 2-2.
That's been a couple in this at bat that have been very close on that outside corner. I should say just off the outside corner, as both have been called balls.
Now the 2-2. Thrown away, and it's a full count to Wells. There's Carlos Delgado waiting on deck. Wells, a former first-round draft choice of the Jays. Walks here with 2 down in the inning. So Mendoza got ahead in the count, but ends up walking Vernon Wells. And gives Carlos Delgado a chance. Let's check in with Eric Freed. Eric.
Don, time now for our Citizens Bank. Not your typical fans. We got a group of ski bums here from Stowe Mountain in Vermont. They're all ski and snowboard instructors there. Jim Doikis is going to be their spokesman because it's a huge group of Sox fans up there in the cold Vermont winter nights.
It's absolutely the truth. And we sat around mid-February when it was -20 trying to figure out how we get together this summer for a great time. And the bleachers at Fenway Park became the obvious choice. So we're thrilled to be here tonight with such a great setting and 20 of the finest people I've ever worked with. So it's just a special night for all of us.
They're all here and they're all well behaved, and it's no surprise that they would find about the highest point here at Fenway Park because they like the vertical at Stowe. They are Citizens Bank. Not your typical fans, having a great time here in the bleachers. Guys, back to you.
All right, Eric, thanks very much. Carlos Delgado has been hit by a pitch. And this will bring Dave Wallace, the pitching coach, out to talk to Mendoza.
That's the 11th time this season that Delgado has been hit. That clearly puts him in the lead on the Blue Jay ball club.
Been hit 101 times, which leads the Toronto Blue Jays all time.
Now that's going to get some action up in the Red Sox bullpen for the first time tonight. Mike Timlin, the right-hander.
The home plate umpire Paul Schreiber out there to break up the conference at the top of the mound. Mendoza's thrown 80 pitches so far tonight. 44 for strikes. And got the first 2 outs of this inning pretty quickly. Reed Johnson struck out. Howie Clark grounded out. And then he walked Vernon Wells, and now he hits Carlos Delgado. So all of a sudden, Toronto with 2 on and 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Bobby Kilty is 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. And swinging at the first pitch down the left field line. This will get in, a fair ball. Vernon Wells comes around and scores to tie the game at 2. Delgado to third, as up to second base goes Bobby Kilty. who continues to pay dividends here after the trade for the Blue Jays, and they've tied the game at 2.
This has been quite a start in the new uniform of the Toronto Blue Jays for Kilty. He'll take that sinker and he'll slice it down to the opposite field. Fortunately for Manny, it hits that cement at the bottom of the wall, comes right back to him, and Delgado has to hold up at third base. So the walk with 2 outs, then the hit batter, and Bobby Kilty to the opposite field to drive in a run. Both runs coming tonight with 2 outs for the Blue Jays.
So Cory Lidle, the starter for Toronto tonight, is off the hook as the Blue Jays have tied the score at 2. Here's Tom Wilson, the catcher, who's 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out and grounded into a double play.
I think Cory Lidle would still like to be in this game.
Only gave up 4 hits tonight, 4 2/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. And he will not be part of the decision. Strike to Wilson makes it 1-1. Toronto at 2 in scoring position as Delgado stands at third. Bobby Kilty at second base. This is line to left, down the line, and a fair ball towards the corner. This will plate 2. Delgado's in it. Here comes Bobby Kilty to score. And Toronto doing all of this with 2 outs in the inning, now with the 4-2 advantage.
Looks like Grady wants an appeal at first base, feeling that maybe Wilson missed first base. Now this inning certainly started out easy enough for Mendoza. A couple of quick outs and a strikeout and a ground out. We'll see what happens here on the appeal at first base. That's the base hit to drive in 2. A little stumble for Wilson as he went around first. Here's the appeal, and they got to call him safe. And Grady Lidle out to change pitches.
So after there were 2 outs, a walk, hit batsman, a double, and another double. And he got the corner of the bag. Maybe.
Yeah, he may have just kicked that corner of the bag. He did stumble going around, and of course that will always draw an appeal from a manager if you're close to the play.
So that'll do it for Remiro Mendoza as Toronto comes up with 3 runs so far here with 2 outs in the 6th, and now the Jays on top 4-2.
These everyday low fares to your favorite vacation destinations start at just $49.
You are now free to move about the country.
McDonald's new Chicken McNuggets are made with all-white meat and are sprinkled with seasonings created by a fine chef. We like to think of it as poulet mignon at McDonald's. Yes, that McDonald's.
Good game, man. Nothing's better after a big game than an ice-cold McFlurry.
What, you seen the tape?
Come into McDonald's now and get a Reese's McFlurry, the official McFlurry of the Boston Red Sox. And we'll donate 20 cents from each one to help Ronald McDonald House charities.
Well, with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th, the Blue Jays have put 3 runs on the board to give them a 4-2 lead in this ball game. Come out to Fenway for a Red Sox game during this homestand. Tickets are available to see the Tigers on Monday and Tuesday night, and the Devil Rays on Wednesday night. Tickets are available 24 hours a day, toll-free at 877-RED-SOX-9 at redsox.com and during business hours at Fenway.
So Mendoza goes 5 2/3, giving him 5 hits so far, touched for 4 runs, and he will turn things over to the bullpen. Mike Timlin into the game.
42nd appearance for Timlin, the second of this series. He worked Thursday against the Blue Jays, an inning in that game, allowing 1 hit, no runs. Did have a couple of strikeouts against Toronto. You see the numbers for Timlin through the rest of the year. Only 5 walks in those 53 innings. Well, that happened quickly. A couple of quick outs. No indication at all that it was tiring on the part of Mendoza. He was very sharp. Got the strikeout to Johnson on a good curveball. Had the little ground ball to first base. But then the walk to Wells kept the inning alive. The hit batter and then back-to-back hits. Bobby Kilty getting that first hit with 2 outs to drive in a run.
So the Blue Jays in the inning tie the score and then move ahead on top 4-2. Still batting here in the top of the 6th inning with Tom Wilson, the catcher, standing at second base. And here's Eric Hinske, who's 0 for 2. He's grounded out to second base and fouled out to first. Hinske against Timlin has 2 doubles and 4 at-bats. Last year's American League Rookie of the Year, Eric Hinske. On the ground to first, Kevin Millar will flip to Timlin, and that will end the inning. But the Blue Jays get a 3 spot here in the 6th and lead it 4-2.
G35, 260 horsepower, sport tuned suspension, Motor Trend 2003 Car of the Year. A dream to drive. The Infiniti G35.
Introducing Rain X Car Wax. The same transparent polymer technology that makes our windshield treatment so effective now keeps your whole car protected from rain, dirt, UV rays, and more. There's almost nothing Rain X Wax won't protect your car from. Almost. New Rain X Car Wax. Protection you can see.
Welcome to the Jeep Summer Sales Drive. I get it. Oxygen because of Jeep Liberty's high-altitude testing. Not exactly. Don't forget the cash allowance and the warranty and 0% financing. Deep breaths.
For deals that'll take your breath away, turn to the Jeep Summer Sales Drive. Right now, very well-qualified buyers can get into a Jeep Liberty for $259 a month with a $999 down payment. Plus, every vehicle comes with our 770 Powertrain Limited warranty. Hurry to your Jeep dealer today.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Toronto now on top 4-2 as they score 3 times in their half of the 6th. The Red Sox featuring 6, 7, and 8 in the order here in the 6th inning. Millar, Nixon, and Miller. This left-hander Jason Kirshner came on to get the final out of last inning. And is back out there again for the bottom of the 6th inning. Toronto starter tonight, Cory Lidle, at 4 2/3 innings, giving up 4 hits, 2 runs, walked 4-2 intentionally, and he struck out 3. Strike to Millar, 2-1. Into shallow right. Out goes Hudson. The Toronto second baseman makes the catch for out number 1. Now this inning is the Foxwoods fantasy inning, and tonight's contestant is John Pike of South Boston, Mass. If the Red Sox hit a home run this inning, John will win dinner for 2 and a free night stay at Foxwoods Resort Casino for your chance to win. Visit boston.com/Nesson. One down for Trot Nixon, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Trot flying to center in the second inning and grounded out to second base in the fourth inning. Groundout scored a run and gave him credit for his 53rd RBI of the season. Nixon thought about it, but did not offer on that pitch. Facing Jason Kirshner, who's 26 years of age, from Scottsdale, Arizona. Left-handed pitcher. First appeared in the major leagues with the San Diego Padres last year, and then went over to the Blue Jays and appeared in 10 games last season.
Trot not happy with that call. He's really improved his average against lefties. 241 now against left-handers with a couple of home runs. For a long part of that first half of the season, he was under 200 against lefties.
Nixon waves at that pitch and strikes out. First strikeout for Jason Kirshner, and there's 2 down.
Well, the official 2003 Boston Red Sox yearbook featuring full pages of all your favorite Red Sox is now available. To order this 190-page collector's edition, send a check for $15 to Yearbook, P.O. Box 1616, Boston, Mass. 02130.
2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and it brings up Bill Miller, fly to center field in the second inning. He was walked intentionally in the fourth. Taking strike 1. Off the bag at first is Delgado. He is moved over as they play for Miller to pull.
Pulling the infield, but shading him slightly the other way in the outfield.
Takes ball 2, 2-2. Well, the Red Sox, despite their recent offensive slide, still continue to lead the major leagues in virtually every offensive category. And tonight they've been held to 2 runs on just 4 hits, and that offensive slide continues to take place here in the last few games.
And the team they're playing is second in most of those offensive categories.
The Sox leading in batting average at 293, runs 576. This is laced foul outside of third, still 2-2.
Nice play. And that's even a nice suggestion.
Again, the 2-2 from Kirshner. And Miller again fouls it off. It was 74 degrees to begin the evening here tonight at Fenway Park. Feels like it's cooled off a little bit more as the night has gone on. It's now 69 degrees. The 2-2 fouled off the right side. So, yeah, it's down 5 degrees.
Yeah, I'll bet that dew point, too, and humidity has dropped since the start of the game. A nice, fresh, clean air coming in.
Wally's okay here. He's still upside down.
No, he's fine.
He only talks to you, so I can't really check with him. 2-2 hit high and deep to left. Track wall, monster seats. Bill Millar's gone deep for the 9th time this year, and the Red Sox back within a run. It's 4-3.
One shy of his career high. He had 10 back in 2000 with the Giants. Right between the Coke bottle and the light stand. So the Red Sox back within 1.
So 2 down and a conference at the mound. Jason Varitek will be the next hitter, and against the left-handed pitcher, Varitek will be batting for the first time tonight from the right side. Bill Millar with a solo home run with 2 down here in the inning. Varitek grounded out to short in the 3rd inning, grounded out to second in the 4th. 0 for 2 tonight.
Varitek's been one of those back-to-back guys this year. He's done it a couple of times, back-to-back home runs.
And ahead of the count, 2-0.
I think what they're hoping here from Kirshner is to get through Varitek. Then you get a couple more lefties, Damon and Walker. Then you'd probably see a right-hander in the game with Nomar and Ramirez coming up. There is no action right now.
Varitek fouling the 2-0 back to the backstop. Well, Kirshner had retired the first 3 members of the Red Sox that he faced, getting Ortiz to end last inning, and then the first 2 outs of this inning, Millar and Nixon, prior to the solo home run by Bill Millar.
Paul Carroll tells me Varitek has gone back-to-back 4 times this season already. And the Red Sox as a team have done it 7 times.
In the dirt, ball 4. Varitek will make his way down to first base as Kirshner walks the Red Sox number 9 hitter. And that is the 5th walk of the night. Charge to Toronto pitching. Johnny Damon, who doubled his last time up, a ground rule double down into the right field corner. Damon has 1 of 5 Boston hits tonight. And he takes ball 1 from Kirshner. Now some action finally in the Toronto bullpen. His service is up again. He had been up an inning ago. The 1-0 into right center field, falling fast in for a hit. Varitek goes up 90 feet to second base. He's in scoring position thanks to the single by Johnny Damon. And the Red Sox getting stuff going here with 2 down.
A 2-out action in this game tonight for both teams. Toronto certainly has had their share. Now the Red Sox with the home run, the walk, and base hit by Johnny Damon.
So 2 on, 2 outs, and here's Todd Walker, is 0 for 3 tonight. Todd's flying to left, struck out and grounded out. Thought about it and takes the strike. Walker's average for much of the season up over 300. He's down to 284 now. And 0 for 3 in the ball game tonight. Varitek at second base, representing the tying run. Damon at first. And it's 2-1 now to Todd Walker. Toronto in the top half of this inning, after there were 2 quick outs, came up with 3 runs to go ahead 4-2. This inning with 2 outs, the Red Sox have gotten a run back and looking for more with 2 on and 2 down. And a strike ball there to Walker. Walks away a little dismayed. 2-2.
A huge difference, obviously. 2-2 count than the 3-1 count. Pretty good pitch on that outside corner. Well framed by Tom Wilson, the catcher. What a huge difference for the hitter. And those 2 different counts.
Now the 2-2. Walker grounds it towards the shortstop, Bordick. He'll make the throw to first a little while, but Delgado able to corral it at the bag. Red Sox get a run back on the home run by Bill Miller. It's 4-3 Blue Jays. The tying run in scoring position. The winning run at the plate in Garcia-Parra. The 3-2 pitch. Nomar sends it to center field. Palmeiro heading back. Still going. It is up and off the wall. Jackson will come around and score from second base. Nomar still running for third with a triple. And the Red Sox have tied it 3-3.
The game's not over yet.
The Red Sox have tied it up again tonight. Kapler is 2 for 2 in his Red Sox debut. In the air to center field. Gabe Kapler has gone deep, back and up off the wall in center field. Kapler goes to third, an RBI triple, and welcome to Boston, Gabe Kapler. He's driven in the go-ahead run, and the Red Sox lead it 3-2.
And what a night to be back in the big leagues.
It takes a great team to cover a great team. Just check out this lineup. Major League veteran Bob Tewksbury, Sox slugger Sam Horn, and legends Jim Rice and Dennis Eckersley. Anchored by Bob Rogers in the studio and Tom Caron in the field. These guys know how the game is played and know how to play the game. Nesson, we've got your Sox covered. It takes a great team.
Thank you for choosing the Chassis Works, the Newport area's choice for collision repairs.
The Chassis Works, Route 2 in Newport, 368-3331.
Are you fast enough to make millions of hearts race? Strong enough to drive away fear? Cool enough to make the competition sweat? They are. The drama of the NASCAR Championship, coming to TNT.
NASCAR racing on TNT is brought to you by Chase Toys on the Thorndike Road in Unity. 948-5729.
You're watching Sox In 2, the rebroadcast of Saturday's Red Sox game here on Nesson. We now pick up the action later in the game.
Back at Fenway, Juan Acevedo, very impressive. Runner in scoring position, able to strike out Bill Miller and Jason Varitek to end things in the bottom of the 8th. Red Sox still dealing with that 1-run deficit, trying to preserve it as we head to the top of the 9th inning. And Eric Hinske leading off for Toronto against Todd Jones, and Damian Jackson making his second ever appearance at first base for the Red Sox. He had done it earlier in the year, and now his second time as a first baseman in the major leagues. So the pitch ran for Kevin Millar in the bottom of the 8th. Well, Todd Jones able to induce the 4-6-3 inning-ending double play to end the top of the 8th. Back out there for the 9th. And he strikes out Eric Hinske in impressive fashion. Hinske taking with him the first strikeout of the night for Todd Jones.
Todd Jones, very impressive since coming in this game. Got that big double play to win last inning. Now the fastball to put away Eric Hinske. You know, Don, you look back to that last inning, and that play by Vernon Wells off Millar was huge. I mean, if Millar's standing on second base, it's a whole different story in that inning.
Certainly changed the complexion of the inning. A great running play to grab it and to keep Millar at first base. Orlando Hudson tripled and scored in the third. He's struck out and grounded out since. Now, Vernon Wells certainly has a great career ahead of him. I keep forgetting, even though he's been around the big leagues now for a few years, and with the Blue Jays, he's just 24 years of age.
And he gets better and better and better each time you see him.
Foul down beyond the Toronto dugout. Nice grab down there. That's why you bring the glove. So waiting all night for that opportunity. That's great. Nothing better than that. Two-1 to Hudson. Will miss, and he's ahead in the count. 3-1. On deck, Mike Bordick. The main native, Mike Bordick. No action in the Red Sox bullpen here as Todd Jones works with one out in the inning. There's a slap foul down below us. Full count.
And no action down in the Blue Jay bullpen either, so it looks like Azevedo will be coming out to pitch the ninth inning.
Having their closer attempting to get 5 outs. They got the first two very nicely out of the way on strikeouts. Payoff pitch missing, and Toronto has a base runner with 1 out in the ninth. Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by New England Ford dealers, and by the Bone and Joint Center at Caritas St. Elizabeth's, where you don't have to be an all-star to be treated like one.
Well, they've got a combination down here where they could do something either with a steal or maybe a hit and run with Bordick. Pretty decent speed for Hudson. He's got 5 steals on a team that does not run very much at all.
Bordick singled his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Is one of 7 Toronto hits. Both teams tonight with 7 hits. Missing that time. 1-1. Red Sox have used Mendoza, Timlin, Embry, and now Jones in the game. Bordick fouls it off to our right. Strikes out. So the second strikeout of the inning, end of the outing for Todd Jones.
What we've watched so far from Todd Jones, it's hard to believe the numbers that he had in Colorado. Of course, that is Colorado. It's a little bit different.
Ends up getting released there. The Red Sox pick him up, and he's a new man, and really in the thick of things here for the first time in his career. With the Red Sox certainly in the race. You look at the teams he's played for in the past, really has not had that situation. Colorado and Detroit. And his intensity level has certainly gone up, and his stuff has been very, very good. I remember the day that the Red Sox picked him up, Jason Varitek was wondering what the scuttlebutt was at the time in the clubhouse. He said, "What's going on?" And he said, "Well, we just picked up Todd Jones," and he was very excited about the possibilities. And was shocked that he was released by Colorado. So he was very excited about Jones coming here. He's been very, very good.
That's interesting. I watched Jones back off the mound, and it almost looked like he took a piece of paper out of his back pocket. I wonder if he has like a scouting report on the hitters on that.
You think?
It's possible. It did look like a piece of paper that he pulled out of there and took a peek at and put it back in.
It wasn't an illegal substance.
No. Umpires would have checked that.
And their first strike, and it's 1-1. Out of the batter's box.
Here's what I was talking about prior to facing Reed Johnson. He steps off and he's taking a look at a piece of paper. It must be a scouting report that he has on these Toronto hitters.
How about that? I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Well prepared going into every pitch.
So to first and back is Hudson. Damian Jackson at first base now after running for Kevin Millar last inning.
Well, if Hudson's going to go, this would probably be the count he'd go on.
Toronto trying to obtain some insurance here on top by a run in the ninth. Doesn't go, and the 2-1's in there for strike 2. Jones with 2 strikeouts here in the ninth. Swung on and missed. He strikes out the side with a walk mixed in, but the Red Sox preserve the 1-run deficit on to the bottom of the ninth. 4-3 Toronto.
Okay, folks, let's get this party started. Call Seattle. Get McGregor on the phone.
Calling him now.
Morning. Morning.
Sir. This is Scott McGregor. I'll be out of the office all day. Please leave a message.
That's not like McGregor.
McGregor's not there? Great.
Excuse me, there's a Mr. McGregor here to see you.
Southwest Airlines last-minute fares. If you're paying more than $149 nonstop to Orlando or Tampa Bay, you're paying too much.
You are now free to move about the country.
With all the economic commotion worldwide, it's definitely a buyer's market. This bedroom set at $9.99 just became a bloody miracle at only $7.99. The factory is under tremendous stress. This bedroom is breathtaking. The bar bed with 2 nightstands is unique. I can guarantee you at $7.99, this bedroom will knock your socks off. Only at my Bob's Discount Furniture. Come on down.
I love working on my tan. That girl from the taco stand. Lots of long weekends and twins. I love the red, white, and blue backyard barbecues. Cold ones on the beach and twins. And I love you too. Here's the story.
Behind him is a 400-square-foot deluxe bachelor with a partial view. In front of him is a junior executive semi-private with no view. But right now, life is perfect. On the open road, in complete control of an Acura RSX. One of Car and Driver's 10 best.
Back at Fenway, ready for the last of the ninth. The Red Sox in need of at least a run here to tie. Down 4-3 in the top of the Boston order. To lead it off, Johnny Damon, Todd Walker, Nomar Garciaparra. Anybody gets on, and Manny Ramirez will have a chance. Damon with a couple of hits tonight, a double and a single, 2 for 4 in the game. And on the grass at third is Eric Hensky. And ball 1 to Damon. 3 for 7 against Juan Acevedo. He came out of the bullpen impressively last inning with a runner at second to strike out Millar and Varitek to end the inning. Strike over the outside corner, 1-1.
This is the job he was doing a year ago as we look at Aquilino Lopez loosening in the bullpen. Azevedo was the closer a year ago for the Tigers.
Damon softly lines it to the shortstop, Mike Bordick. In on the hands, and he flies out for the first out of the inning.
It's interesting, you know, you watch Lopez loosening up out there, you have to think it's for Nomar. He is Nomar's looked tough against Lopez this season.
That is number for sure, that nasty slider that he has. And it's particularly sharp against Nomar for some reason. He's out there in the bullpen. Todd Walker's 0 for 4 tonight, looking for his first hit. So 2 hits and 5 at bats against Juan Acevedo. Toronto has used 5 pitchers in the game. Walker sends that one foul. 1-1.
Look back to the 4th inning when the Red Sox had the bases loaded. They only got that 1 run out of it. Plus the Red Sox also turning a couple of double plays to keep this a close ball game and giving them a chance in the 9th.
The Red Sox have left 8 men on through the first 8 innings, including the bases loaded in the 4th. Walker pops it up, back a third and foul ground. Hinsky giving chase, but that's well back into the seats. The Sox have lost 3 in a row. The last game before the All-Star break in Detroit. First 2 games of this series against the Blue Jays. And have to win here tonight to keep pace with the Yankees, as the Yankees 7-4 winners today over the Cleveland Indians. Missing up top that time to Walker. 2-2. Walker stays alive and sends it foul. Still 2-2 to the Red Sox second baseman. And there have been some missed opportunities for the Red Sox in this series. 2 for 19 with runners in scoring position. Something the Red Sox have been very adept at doing this season is driving in those runners, but that has not been the case in this series. Gets out of the way. It takes ball 3, a full count. Set a good at bat. Garciaparra waiting on deck. The payoff pitch to Walker. He pops it up. In the shallow left, back goes Mike Bordick, the shortstop. 2 down. Red Sox down to their last out.
I'll tell you what, he's shown a pretty good fastball since being in this ball game. The back-to-back strikeouts in the 8th. Now a couple of pop-ups on the fastball.
He's got pretty good life.
Yeah, better than last time we saw him done.
He's retired all 4 Red Sox that he has faced. Millar and Varitek by way of the K in the 8th. Damon and Walker both popping out. And here's Nomar. Red Sox last chance here with 2 down in the 9th, trailing by a run. Nomar takes ball 1. He has not had a hit against Juan Acevedo, but only 3 at bats for Garciaparra against the right-hander. Now to Nomar. And hits in each of his first 2 at-bats tonight. Single in the first, single in the fourth. 2 for 4 overall in the game. There's a strike, 2-1. The outfield for Toronto very deep. They are straight away, but deep. Off the outside edge, 3-1 now.
And he thought for sure Nomar would be going on that 2-1 count. He threw him a slider, 2-1, and Nomar stays off it.
Acevedo ready to work. His 3-1. Nomar takes it for ball 4, and he'll take the walk down to first base. And Manny Ramirez will have a chance. Tying run aboard for the Red Sox with 2 outs in the inning.
Now this place might get a little loud now with Manny at the plate and a chance to win it with 1 swing.
The catcher Greg Myers out to talk it over with Juan Acevedo as to how they will approach Manny Ramirez.
Number 24.
Manny's overdue, 0 for his last 14.
34,812 in there. Standing at Fenway is Manny Ramirez. And he's standing in on the right side. Acevedo staring in to find out what he'll throw. He backs him off with the first pitch. Ramirez walked twice tonight, once intentionally, and has grounded out twice tonight. Two and 0 to Ramirez. Acevedo had retired the first 4 Red Sox that he faced until the walk of Nomar Garciaparra. The 2-0 to Manny. 3-0. Taking it for a strike. 3-1. Red Sox down by a run with 2 outs in the 9th. A 3-1 to Manny Ramirez. There goes Nomar at first, and Ramirez takes the strike throw down. Gets off Garciaparra. He will not advance any further. But he stands in scoring position now with a full count to Ramirez.
Manny thought that was ball 4, but call strike 2. Myers, I wonder if we complain about a little interference for Manny. Let's see if Manny crosses in front of the plate going to first base.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that could easily be called interference.
Good throw over him.
Yep. So there's a break for the Red Sox.
Garciaparra in scoring position. A full count to Ramirez. And he lifts it into right center field. A base hit. Here comes Garciaparra. We're tied at 4.
and again in the scoring position for Ramirez. Acevedo falls behind. Ramirez to the opposite field for the base hit, and the Red Sox tie the ball game. A 3-1 fastball, inside-out swing. So 2 quick outs in the inning. The walk, the steal, and the base hit by Ramirez. More 2-out magic.
Now David Ortiz, who's 0 for 4 tonight. Fouls it off for strike 1. Well, the Red Sox lost 3 in a row. The first 2 of this series, down by a run with 2 outs and a full count to Manny Ramirez, but he delivers, and the Red Sox have tied it up 4-4 here in the last of the ninth. Potential winning run standing at first base. Ramirez gets his lead. Ortiz down 0-2. Seven 2-out RBIs for David Ortiz. Leads the Red Sox in that category. Red Sox have 47 as a club, so he's got more than half. And 2 outs. Time called. This one gets by the catcher, and Ramirez will move up to second base. He'll round it, in fact, as Myers, by the time he can gather it. And he easily at second. And now the potential winning run in scoring position with 2 outs.
Tries to throw an off-speed pitch to get Ortiz to chase a bad pitch 0-2. Instead it gets by Greg Myers. And the Red Sox get the potential winning run in scoring position.
The 1-2 to Ortiz on the ground right side. Hudson has trouble, throws, and still gets Ortiz. He was stumbling. His progress was taking him, but he throws out Ortiz to end the inning. The Red Sox have tied the score at 4 as we head for extra frames.
Any way you want it, the way you need it, any way you want it.
Looking for great deals on the coolest cars of summer during Ford authorized clearance? You got it. Check out Focus with a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain extended service plan. It's no wonder why Focus is one of Car and Driver's 10 best. Now get 0% financing on these great vehicles, or $3,000 cash back on Focus, up to $3,500 on Taurus, or up to $4,500 on Windstar. Ford authorized clearance only at your New England Ford dealer.
Hey, your world has more depth than a sound bite, more dimension than your laptop. You want to have a point of view, to be a more interesting boyfriend, to get a job. Yes, you make a promise to be informed every day. A promise made in writing.
The Boston Globe, your world unfolding daily.
Did I mention one of the best sports sections in the country?
Jack, give me a big smile.
Where are the car keys? Maybe it's time to upgrade your old computer. Step up to the compact Presario with the Intel Pentium 4 processor for just $379.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park as we head to the 10th. Juan Acevedo, who got the first 2 outs of the inning. Then walking Garciaparra, the stolen base, and the 2-out base hit for Ramirez that ties the score with Garciaparra scoring, and the Red Sox tying things up 4-4 as we head to the 10th. New pitcher for the Red Sox, Byung-Hyun Kim.
17th appearance for the Red Sox, a record of 2-2. Kim worked last night against the Blue Jays an inning and had a couple of strikeouts against Toronto.
He will first face Frank Catalanato, who will pinch hit here for Toronto to begin the inning. Jason Worth's spot. This is the DH spot. Catalanato to lead it off. And you have Vernon Wells and Carlos Delgado, so really a tough part of the Toronto order. Trying to hold up, but it's a strike.
The Red Sox bullpen has kept the Blue Jays scoreless in this one since that base hit by Wilson back in the 6th inning to drive in 2. No more runs.
All the runs that the Jays have tonight were off Remiro Mendoza in his 5 2/3 innings of work. He gave up the 4 runs. This is line foul down by the tarp.
Very excited member of the ground crew got that souvenir.
Fouled off the left side, still 0-2. Catalanato has had some good games against the Red Sox, including a 5-hit performance. The 0-2. Popped up foul, back and out of play. Byung-Hyun Kim taking over for Todd Jones, who worked the end of the 8th and the 9th inning. Pretty impressive outing tonight for Todd Jones, inning in 2/3. No hits, no runs. He walked 1 and struck out 3 as he struck out the side in the 9th.
Now the biggest of all outs, that double play in the 8th inning, and then of course 3 strikeouts in the 9th.
Catalanato waves at that pitch. Veritek lost it for a moment, but throws him out. And the pinch hitter Frank Catalanato striking out to begin the 10th inning.
That looked to be the changeup from Kim, and I can't imagine how he throws that from that submarine style delivery.
Wow.
And Catalanato way off balance, chasing the bad pitch. That's the loneliest run. You know, you've already struck out and you've got to run the first base. Not a lot of pleasure in that run down the line.
One down for Vernon Wells, who doubled his last time up after walking twice previously and grounding out. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 10th inning. Damian Jackson scheduled to lead off. Trot Nixon, then Bill Millar expected in the inning. On the ground, left side. Nomar backhands and throws, and plenty of time to get Vernon Wells for the inning's 2nd out.
And Nomar started the game off with the first 3 outs of the game. Pretty quiet since that time defensively.
First baseman, number 25, Carlos Delgado.
So 2 down, and always a threat to take you deep. Carlos Delgado. He has 28 home runs on the season. Tonight is 1 for 3. He's been hit by a pitch and has scored a run. Hit by the pitch in the 6th inning, and that was sort of the undoing of Remiro Mendoza, who got the first 2 outs of that inning quickly, then a walk to hit batsman, and before you knew it, Toronto had 3 additional runs, and that was the end of the night for Remiro Mendoza. A 1-0. 2-0 to Delgado.
I remember back in Toronto where they had an option to either walk Delgado, but Kim wanted to go right after him, and Kim ended up winning that battle.
And Yun Kim getting it by him. 2-1.
Now that 2-0 swing had every intention of giving the Blue Jays a 5-4 lead.
Inside, 3-1. On deck for Toronto is Bobby Kilty. Another big cut from Delgado, and again Kim getting it by him, a full count.
And notice Kim too trying to keep everything belt high or above. Delgado, a deadly low ball hitter.
The 3-2 to Delgado will miss, ball 4, and a 2-out walk to Carlos Delgado. Toronto with a base runner here with 2 down, and now Bobby Kilty, who's in his 3rd game as a member of the Toronto Blue Jays, after being traded by the Minnesota Twins. And tonight has walked a couple of times, once intentionally, also has a single. Actually, check that, he's got a double tonight. He doubled back in the 6th inning. Strike to Kilty to start him off. A little quick throw over, and Delgado jumps back to the bag. Wow.
Now Delgado had his head turned looking toward the stands, and Kim made the throw over to first base. Watch Delgado, he's just walking back and not even looking.
For a strike, and it's 0-2. Kim struck out Catalanotto to begin the inning. Wells to ground to short and walked Delgado. Now ahead of Kilty, 0-2, and again the fans standing. They struck him out. Kilty down by way of the K, and we're headed for the bottom of the 10th, tied at 4. Millar sends it deeply to center field. Welcome to Boston, Kevin Millar.
Way back in, a monster shot for Kevin Millar.
Looks up, Millar goes yard. Red Sox take a 9-8 lead in the top of the 16th inning. Struck well to left. Up towards the monster seats and a monster mash for Kevin Millar. Makes it look easy, doesn't he? Good seats are still available by calling 877 Red Sox 9.
Motor Trend's 2003 Car of the Year. Brilliantly equipped for $31,195.
Bach Toyota wants to sell 1,000 Toyotas during our July summer sales event. Now is the time to save. Our costs are less, so we can sell for less. We have over 2,000 Toyotas available, paid for in cash, plus we have no mortgages. This saves us thousands of dollars a month, which we pass on to you, our Toyota customers. I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, I can sell you a Toyota for less because our costs are less. Bach Toyota on the Auto Mile, Route 1 Norwood. My name is Ernie Bach Jr. Come on down.
Back at Fenway, tied at 4 as we head now to the bottom of the 10th inning. Toronto will use their 6th pitcher of the night as they bring on the right-hander Aquilino Lopez.
46th appearance for the Rule 5 player, a 1-2 record, a 4.10 ERA. Lopez also worked last night an inning. Gave up a hit and had a couple of strikeouts. Opponents only hitting .208 on the season against Lopez.
He will face a pinch hitter. Damian Jackson was scheduled to lead off the inning, but the return of Jeremy Giambi to the Red Sox lineup. Giambi was activated right after the All-Star break and makes an appearance here to pinch hit for Damian Jackson to begin the bottom of the 10th inning. He's had a tough first season with the Red Sox. 173 batting average, 5 homers and 13 runs batted in. And he fouls the first pitch off from Lopez. Lopez taking over for Juan Acevedo, who blew the save, won an inning and 2/3, giving up a hit and the tying run. A base hit for Manny Ramirez had scored Nomar Garciaparra. He walked one and struck out 2. On the ground, and diving is Hudson. He gets up and throws on the tardy side. Giambi reaches at first base to begin things in the bottom of the 10th.
Well, it's one heck of an effort out there by Orlando Hudson. Covered an awful lot of ground just to get to this ground ball, but Giambi running hard all the way down the line will beat it. Goes out to that outfield grass to try to increase his range. Could never really get it in his glove and then couldn't get a handle on it. Gabe Kapler in to pinch run at first base for Giambi.
So the Red Sox with the lead man aboard here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Jeremy Giambi's got to feel good about that, as he has got this thing started here in the bottom of the 10th inning for the Red Sox. Trot Nixon looking for a little help from above as he stands in.
Well, the bunt was on last time. He popped it up. There's a throw to first to see if Nixon would give anything away. He did not square around.
A new set of signs from Mike Cubbage. Well, again, nothing doing from Nixon as far as squaring. Kapler able to get back to the bag. It's been quite a game tonight here at Fenway Park. The 3rd game of the 4-game series between the Red Sox and Blue Jays. There goes Kapler. Nixon was showing, bunt pulls back. Kapler steals second. Now he'll get up and head for third as the ball goes out towards shortstop. Kapler stands at third with nobody out.
Now a stolen base becoming a big part of this game for the Red Sox. Nomar steal back in the 9th inning, then Manny driving him in. This is just a straight-out steal. There's no bunt put on there. He's just faking the bunt, trying to keep that catcher back as long as possible. And when that ball bounces off Kapler, it's out in the twilight zone. There's nobody there. Good heads-up base running. Now let's see how they play this now. The infield obviously will have to come in. Outfield comes in. The question is, do they pitch the guys at the plate, or do they intentionally walk the bases loaded? You walk the bases loaded, you'll be dealing with Veritek, Damon, and Walker. They're just going to go after Nixon.
The 1-0 to Nixon is grounded foul behind the Red Sox dugout. 4 stolen bases tonight for the Red Sox, 2 by Nomar Garciaparra. They've been running tonight. And Kapler standing at third base. A winning run just 90 feet away for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 10th inning.
What an advantage to be able to come off the bench with some speed. Jackson, Kapler.
Nixon grounds it over the reach of Delgado into right. Here comes Kapler. Red Sox win it 5-4. Nixon, who could not get the bunt down the inning prior, is the hero here as he drives one through the broad end infield. The Red Sox win it 5-4.
Infield pulled in, outfield pulled in. What an opportunity for a hit. Nixon with the ground ball between first and second. Giambi started the inning with a base hit. The stolen base, the ball bouncing around. Kapler going to third. And there's the game-winning base hit by Trotnick. You got to feel good. You know, Nixon felt bad about